Hello everyone. It's been a few weeks, but I now have mostly functional bandits. They still need a bit of fine-tuning and some tweaking, as well as spawning into the world, as well as a few bug fixes. But other than that, the bandits are pretty much done. The AI has been completely written, and I have done a few test runs with fighting them in combat. The AI starts off by wandering around the canyons with the Boyd's algorithm, behaving similarly to flocks of harpies as well as the decorative birds. Getting them to follow the canyons was easy, as I already made a formula for figuring out how close you are to a canyon in order to make the canyons in the first place. All that was needed was to apply a force to nudge the bandits back into canyons if they stray from them. However, unlike my previous attempt at creating this enemy, the Boyd's algorithm stops the moment that they enter combat. When they are near the player, they instead use a grid-based coordinate system to determine their movements in relation to the player. At first, they pick a random point on this grid and then try and stay as close to it as possible. The bandits then take turns attacking the player. Attacking the player involves multiple steps of movement. The first being that they want to get directly to the left side of the player. Then they approach the player until the anti-collision kicks in, and then they swing, and finally they back off to a new random position on the grid, and then the next bandit will attack. However, they will cancel their attack if they take too long to complete one of the steps. So if the player continuously swerves out of the way to avoid them, then the bandit will eventually give up and a new one will take their place. As for evading the bandits, it took quite some time to get that to work. At first, the bandits perfectly followed the player's movements as they sailed around, but this led to problems, as in you could not avoid bandits at all. To resolve this, I created a system where the bandits, instead of following the player, follow the player from a second ago, interpolating where they would be. So if the player turns, they can get away from the bandits a little bit before they catch on to the turn. For the rest of the canyons region, I still have to make a new structure as well as a boss. I also want to get the opportunity to go back and make a model for the harpy nest, as it is still using a placeholder. Work on the bandits AI has taught me that the game really needs some form of dodge mechanic. So I will also be working on that for the next devlog, as a sidestep would make it much easier to dodge bandits' attacks as well as move within the group. But that's all for this week. If you want to keep up with my development, be sure to join my Discord, link in the description below. And until next time, see ya.